All Around the D with your man BillyT. All Around the D is a show all about Detroit, spotlighting interesting people, places, and things around the D. So join us as we continue to explore Detroit and present our city in a positive light.
DJ Now, that's my day.
What up, though? It's your man BillyT, All Around the D, and I'm with my good friend Foody Rome. We're going to find out what his whole story is in radio. Welcome to the show, Foody.
Thank you, BillyT.
Today, we're cruising with Foody.
With BillyT around the D.
How you doing, man?
I'm great, man.
My first question is, what got you into radio? What hooked you and made you say, I want to do that?
Oh, BillyT, you would start.
Right? We started at the beginning, right?
It started at the very beginning. Well, basically, it started in high school. Mm-hmm. I attended Mumford High School.
Oh,
and
another Mumford High School grad.
Yeah,
Okay.
and in Mumford High School, we had radio broadcasters.
Okay.
There was just something about it when they piped through, your homeroom classes and came over, with the little jingles and the introduction and started giving. I say, that's interesting.
Okay.
And of course, I was in a lot of the programs in high school. The Corliers, Boys Ensemble, things of that nature. Did a lot of plays in high school, so I was very much, interested in, speaking.
Okay.
And speaking.
And then the entertainment bug kind of bit you.
Well, it wasn't then, because it was somewhat after that, because I spent a lot of time in church. Mm-hmm. I spoke in church, a lot of the youth programs on Youth Day and things of that nature. And of course, I was going to be the next pastor.
Oh, is that right? Did you thought? Were you?
Absolutely.
Is that right?
I can read a scripture, and get up and just.
I could hear that
on Youth Day.
Yeah.
And so, of course, though, in my family, we go from a long line of ministers on both sides of our family. Mm-hmm. So it was something like more natural, I guess, for me to be that. And of course, my dad was a stickler on making sure everybody can understand every word you say when you open your mouth.
Okay. What was your first radio job?
My first radio job, it stemmed from high school, the co-op program, because I used to do a lot of commercials during the holidays for Montgomery Ward, Sears, Federals. Yes.
Okay.
And of course, though, that was part of your grade.
Ah.
That was part of your grade, yeah.
Okay. And so, but that bug hit you. That bug caught you somewhere along the way.
That bug caught me basically between, the high school days, and that. And what really hit me is when, of course, though, my mother, she wanted me to be a minister. Mm-hmm. The family wanted me to take over the family business, because in Cincinnati, we were in the mortuary business.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
So wait a minute, hold up. Foody is a preacher and a mortician. And that's why you dress like you do.
Not so much. I never got off into mortician, because I wasn't going to dissect no frogs.
You didn't like that too much.
No, I didn't like that too much. But of course, though, speaking, I was really interested in that. But I got, as you may say, I got the bird.
Okay.
I got the bird by listening to guess who?
Who?
Frantic Ernie Durham.
Really?
On JLB.
Wow.
There was just something about Frantic Ernie when you cut on that radio, and it came on at 10 a.m., and you cut on that radio, and it was just the flow and the cadence and the things that he was doing. And I said, oh, wow.
Okay.
Oh, wow. So that's what I wanted to pursue.
Okay. So what was your first radio job?
My first radio job was WGPR.
Same here.
107.5.
Here we go again. But I was going to say, when you said Mumford High School, Gerald McBride did the radio at Mumford High School too, so he followed in your footsteps, so to speak. So yeah, we both worked here at WGPR. So Foody was already here, but you started in the 70s somewhere?
Somewhere, so you dating me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to do that, sir. But the only reason I say that, because I know you had been here when I got here in the early 80s.
Exactly.
And I wasn't even on the air yet. I was a board op. So the first person I would just come and sit with you in the studio. I'm just, that's Foody. I'm going to go sit with Foody. And the one thing I remember is, besides you just being really smooth, you always wore a suit. And I thought I was going to have to wear a suit to Rich. Why the suit at the radio station, Foody?
Well, because I had a position. Mm-hmm. At that time, I think when you arrived, I was assistant program director.
Okay.
And later on, I became program director.
Okay.
But before that, one thing, as I said before, it was my teaching from my dad, your image is important.
Okay.
And if you're in the public, if you're in the public, your image means everything. You know, your first impression can be your last impression.
You don't want that.
You don't want that. So radio is a business.
Yes.
And so I dressed accordingly.
And you go into work, you put on your suit.
You put on your suit, you put on a tie, or as my dad said, a sport jacket and a nice pair of slacks.
There you go.
And see,
Back then they called them slacks. Nice pair of slacks.
Nice pair of slacks. You know, because
you wanted to look nice and presentable.
well, the station conducted business.
Okay.
It had clients, sponsors coming in. You know, you had guests coming in.
Right.
And during that particular time, I was a stickler on going to, you know, middle schools, high schools, speaking to our students. So on any given day, you know,
You might have to go.
may have to go.
You know, I remember one time when I was sitting with you in the studio and Sinbad came in for an interview, and that was really cool because he was just such a nice guy.
Absolutely.
Old Sinbad, we'll send some love out to Sinbad there.
Yeah. Godspeed, good health. Yes.
Yeah. So you left GPR, and what other stations did you work at in the market that we
Well, I
would
went
know?
on to for a brief period of time for CHB Bell Broadcasting
Okay.
Company. I left GPR to go over the program CHB.
Another connection. I guess we all have. You worked in town. I worked at CHB also, but then it was FM when they did the flip on FM.
The flip, yes.
Yeah, but you managed the AM station for a while.
The AM station, yes.
Yeah.
The AM station, that's correct, yes.
And but now, Foody, you have met everybody. I follow you on Facebook, and Foody has met every entertainer from Patti LaBelle, Frankie Beverly and Mays. You name them. Foody, you've met these people, the Whispers, who for a long time I thought he was a member of the Whispers. You and Scotty.
So I was the third squid.
You put them three together, it's like, dang, you the cousin or something. But tell me some of the stories of some of the interesting people that you've met through your career.
Well, everyone I met was interesting. And everybody that I met has been a gift of God. I mean, it's just basically because I learned so much. And you learn the human side of them. You see, that's your phone, man.
It happens.
You know, stuff happens, man. You know, you should have known to turn it off. Put it on silence.
I'm learning now, sir. Thank you, sir.
So, I, for one, I wanted to let each artist know that.
I'll do this. I'll pass that on. Just talk.
Yeah, I just want to be.
Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, he's sorry.
Can we fix that in editing? Probably not.
Probably not.
I'm sorry. Go
We
ahead.
just let it go. Let it go with the flow. We're doing a live
cruising
show.
with Foody.
That's right. And we're doing a live show. So I wanted to. I made it a practice to let BillyT know this is what I'm doing for BillyT. I didn't want it to go swept under the rug that I was just another person on the radio. I wanted them to know. You understand exactly, you know, what I was doing for them, you know. In other words, to enhance their career.
Yeah, you were part of that.
I was part of that.
Absolutely.
And I
they
think
appreciate
that
that.
happens in every market. You know, you heard the stories. I mean, you know, we hear stories, the Frankie Crockers and all of those guys. I'm saying, the Tom Joiners. I'm saying, wait a minute. Hold on. Who am I?
Foody, doggone it.
I am just as important.
That's right.
You're
As the
worthy.
New York guys.
Yeah.
That's right.
You're worthy.
Yeah.
So I wanted the industry to know that Foody was important. And so when the messages came, the messengers, being the artists on interviews, things of that nature, I let them know that.
Okay.
And we became friends.
Friends, yeah.
We just not, you know, just because I was a on-air personality. No, we became genuine friends. So therefore, phone numbers, cell phone numbers, they call me, you know, Christmas cards, Thanksgiving cards, whatever.
And you just posted a picture with Frankie Beverly.
Yes.
It was his birthday.
His birthday,
recently.
yeah.
And it was like, oh man, that's cool. You know, how is he doing?
He's doing well. You know, Frankie had a stroke a
Oh.
little while ago.
Okay.
It was kind of kept under the rug. You understand? But you know, Frankie's been out there. He's a trooper.
Okay.
I mean, he's been out there.
Yeah.
You know, and one thing about Frankie, I mean, he's still grooving.
Still grooving.
He's still grooving.
And one
man.
thing about a Frankie Beverly concert is we all just sing along with this. It's such a vibe
Just because
in there.
it's a groove.
And that was kind of like, as a matter of fact, we just hung out at we hosted the Al Green concert
Exactly.
the other day, and it was the same vibe. People sung along. It was a feel-good moment, you know?
It was such great music.
Yeah.
And people fell in love with the music. You know, that music has substance and meaning. And when music has substance and meaning, and you got a groove, and then that bass line is, you know, is cooking, man, and then everything. You got all of those melodies, those counter melodies, you know, along with those pianos. I love pianos and keyboards.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's just flowing. And it was just the atmosphere. And just imagine, we were there together, the love.
The love was in the room.
The love was in the
beautiful.
room. The
It was a
love was
beautiful
in
vibe.
the room.
Yeah.
And I took it, I said, oh my God. And, you know, I've known Al Green,
For
you know,
years.
for years, from the 70s.
Yeah,
I've known Al
yeah.
Green, you know, and it was just amazing. Little tidbit, I was trying to find you, but I don't know where you went.
Oh, when
he came in
Uh-huh.
and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
he just walked over me. He says, "Oh my God!" and he hugged me and stuff like
Yep,
that.
yep.
And the production man, he said, "He knows you." He says, "Yes."
Yeah.
You know, that's how we got remembered when they said, "Well, who's going to bring me on?" And,
That's what I said.
yeah.
I was hosting. I said, no, it's Foodie's. This Foodie show right here.
Yeah, and so all of that is amazing. You understand? See, you know, your gifts, and if you do it from your heart, you know, and it's all about helping people, man. And as you know, I help every local artist in this town. You know, there's been others, but I don't think to the magnitude. Do I pat myself on the back? Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah. Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
You understand?
You have to.
So the fact is because look at me, look at you. It's like you said when you came in to talk to me in the studio. I was never afraid to talk to anyone.
Yeah.
You know, in the studio. Now, see, that's my
See,
fault.
now you blowing up.
See, now I'm blowing up.
But listen, man, hey, I know we're running out of time here, but I want to thank you for taking a few minutes to come and hanging out with us. And what are you doing now? I know you got a lot to do with the concerts and all that, but you also have a radio show that people are still tuning into.
Oh, absolutely.
On
you know,
Sunday night.
We teamed up with a couple of, you know, partners of ours,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
to formulate a internet radio station, WJZD Radio, Detroit.com. And you can find me every Sunday night, Cruisin with Foody.
Still cruising.
Inside my place
There
from
you
7
go.
until midnight. The easy way to get to me is foodiesplace57.com. We still
Foodie's
doing it.
Place57.com. There you go.
You know,
that's easy.
You know, we're still receiving, you know, the blessings and the grace and mercy from our Lord.
It's been a pleasure talking to you. It's a pleasure knowing you. I'm glad to call you my
It's been
friend.
a pleasure knowing me like I'm going somewhere.
Well,
I'm
you-
still here. I'm still
And for a long time, I hope.
I'm still here. I'm still here,
But
man.
it's a pleasure knowing you. Our phone calls are always a pleasure to talk to you and hang out with you, man. And I hope to see you again soon.
Real
and
soon.
we cruising with Foody today, baby. All around the D.
Absolutely. With BillyT.
And Foody. Around the D with BillyT is sponsored by the WGPR Museum, honoring WGPR TV 62, the first black-owned television station in the nation. The WGPR Museum is located at 3146 East Jefferson and is open Saturdays from 11 to 4 p.m. Thank you for your continued support.